Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. I have actually been out here all week. I just have not been recording because it really wasn't eventful and I was really just trying to get in and get out, and that's about it. So sorry that you're getting the end of the week situation, but sometimes it's like that, y'all. I actually today I've done a Instacart and a Shipt, and that's where I'm coming from, the Shipt drop off, which was an easy Shipt order, literally 4 items. It was hidden on a small, I call it a small promo because it's promo levels. Let me know in Shipt. I'm letting you know in Shipt there's promo levels. So it was a small one. I went ahead and grabbed it, and so yeah. So based on that, those 2 orders I did today, because I really only did 1 order yesterday, I didn't meet my goal for yesterday, which was the $50. So the 2 orders I did today will be added towards Wednesday, and it will be $50. But today I'm still working on it. So I actually will, at this time I'm still working on it. So on Thursday, so what I'm doing currently, I turned on Grubhub because it was slow and Shipt, and it was nothing worth clicking on in Instacart. They up there trying to do what they do in Instacart, and I'm just not falling for it. So with that being said, we're gonna see what's happening today. I'm headed actually to a store to return an item. I know you said every time you come on here you always trying to return something. Yes, because I don't like clutter. If I don't use it, it don't work, or it's defective, it's going back. Yes, but this one is I needed some outside mini lights to go on my little mini tree, and I bought some that said inside only. So I'm headed back to the store to return that item, and I'm sure they don't have an outside one. So what more than likely I'm going to do is just swap it, because they don't do refunds, they do exchanges. So I just get another item that I'm needing for this 12 days of Christmas that I'm going to be doing with my son. I'm so excited. I'm not really 100% sure if I'm going to share it or not, but yeah. So like I said, that not too much going on. I just wanted to jump on camera because I have not said anything all week. And yeah, until next time, peace. Hey, happy Saturday. It is definitely Saturday afternoon, almost to the evening. I had full intentions of checking in with you all right after my Instacart order, because I actually did everything a little bit late today because I had some errands to run for myself. And so I ended up picking up an Instacart order. It was at Sam's Club. It was a heavy order, heavy order pay. It was, to me, it wasn't heavy. They call it heavy because when you have to get 2 cases or something, which is fine with me, but it wasn't like back-breaking heavy. So with that being said, I was supposed to check back in with you all because I wanted to talk to you about the screenshots and the screen recordings that I actually took. And the reason why I was taking that was because I'm sorry, I got the text message. The reason why I was asking, I was going to show y'all what happens when you're in a store and it shows that they don't recognize the item and the steps you go through to actually input the item so you can charge the customer. So I will be inserting that somewhere, either in the video as I'm talking because I didn't do any sound, or after. We'll figure it out. So after that, the drop off was near my home, and I needed to do my second smoothie, which I'm sipping on now. And I end up having to pick this up. Then I was headed, I knew that I wasn't gonna pick up any more Instacart. Shit was slow, but so I turned on Grubhub and I headed to an area where I thought it was gonna be heavily populated. On the way to actually head that route, the I received a text message from someone who had car trouble. And so I had to run to the auto store to pick up some items for them and then get to where they were at so they're able to, get their car good and keep it moving. And that's who was just texting me, let me know that her car is driving good to her next destination. Because I did offer to follow her just to make sure, but she said it's good in the hood. So I did end up turning back on Grubhub, and I received a Wendy's order, and it said I was supposed to pick it up at 4:03, but they sent it to me at 4:01. So I don't know what they thought how fast I was gonna get to a 60-minute restaurant, because it's on the other side of town. I was like on the border of the city, and it was further into the city. So yeah, so I just wanted to check in. Not too much going on. I have been doing my side gigs this week. I just have not been recording as much because I was looking busted at the beginning of the week because I busted my lip, and so I didn't want to come on camera for y'all to see all that. So yeah, to reach my goal this week, I need about $70. So I'll be halfway there with this order and the order I just did with Instacart, and I'm gonna call it quits because I do need to make it back to pick up my son from work, and then I'll try it again tomorrow. And you may see me tomorrow, you may not. The next time, maybe what I actually earned for the week. Until next time, peace. So I'm just gonna walk through this particular order that I just talked about. Now, the customer wanted blueberries. As you can see in the picture, the brand is Driscoll's. Because I'm at Sam's Club, we all know that the brands can vary from week to week, month to month. So there was no Driscoll's brand blueberries, but there was another brand of blueberries with the same quantity. So I went ahead and I looked to see if there was any possible replacements. There was not. So I went ahead and took a picture of the blueberries. Then I communicated with the customer to let the customer know that they do not have the brand that you requested, but they do have the quantity. And if you like it, she went ahead and said that was okay. Her main concern, honestly, was she wanted the chicken salad on her list. She was hoping that they had it in stock. And you'll see our communication about that. Additionally, as you seen when I said that it wasn't available, or I clicked the not available, Instacart has a pretext that comes up, so I just delete that and put exactly what I need for it to say. And as you can see, now it's time to tell Instacart that we want these blueberries. So first I try to scan as a replacement and it didn't come up. The next thing I'm going to attempt to do is actually just put in the item manually. So that's what I'm doing, is going through and putting in the item manually since I am not able to scan it. I like to put what the brand name, exactly how it shows on the item, because I'm not sure if Instacart is going to update their system or if this information falls to another shopper. I just want to make sure that what I am selecting is what the customer is getting for cup to cover me, one, and to ensure that the customer agree with the item that is being sold. So it has the option is, does this item contain alcohol? You can move that radio dial to the right if necessary. How is this item sold, per unit or per pound? This is a per unit, so that was 1 unit for $5.98. The next thing is the bananas. For some reason, it had 1 pound of banana. Again, we are in Sam's Club, so they're sold in bulk and the amount is 3 pounds. So just to make sure the customer understands that A, there's no way for me to weigh it. B, they are 3 pounds. And I want her to agree to that, because I have to tell Instacart that I'm actually getting more than requested. And I have a trail of why, because A, they don't sell it less than that. B, the customer agreed to it. Me and Sam's Club have a love love-hate relationship. A lot of the items in there, because they switch out brands so fast, when it's time to scan, my scanner does not work. And I'm always putting in a lot of items manually. For me, that takes up time. So I have honestly started to not worry about time in the store versus in time getting to the customer. If there's ever an issue, I always reach out to support to let them know I'm running late because a lot of these items was not scanning and I had to put them in manually. So yeah, that's just my little tip, is that to avoid a customer in your rating you and saying that what they asked for is not what they received, or you didn't follow directions, it's always best to communicate with the customer when the quantity has to change and the brand has to change, because you never know. And that is the easiest way for customers to rate you very low. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So I'm out here. I had to get out here early because my son wants to go to do some shopping for himself, or not for himself, but to do some Christmas shopping. So with that being said, I told him I'd get out here early. Luckily I did something yesterday, and I just only need to make $30 today, and the order I just dropped off was $22. I did check Instacart, there was nothing going on. I did check Shipt, there was nothing going on. I can't turn on Grubhub, it's too early, so I turned on Uber Eats, and as soon as I turned it on, I got an order. So that's good. I still have Uber Eats on. I'm headed more towards the center of the city, and then I'll look and see what's happening on that side of town. I wanted to check in because yesterday I told you guys that I hadn't been, or girls, excuse me, being politically correct. I was talking about the fact that I hadn't been vlogging because I had busted my lip, okay? Or my lip was busted. I don't know if I said I had busted my lip, I ain't checked the footage yet, or I said my lip was busted. But I did not want nobody to call the police on imaginary person. So I want to tell you a story of how I busted my lip. Sunday was very eventful. Very, 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 very eventful. So early morning, when I got up to pick up the order I went to that morning, I, as always, make my tea. I love tea. I make my tea. So I went ahead and did that, right? So I'm getting in a habit where when I go into my kitchen, I'm not turning on a kitchen light, I'm turning on the range light. So to turn on the range light, you have to walk over there. So that's what I did. I turned on that range light and I turned to the left to grab a pot, and I seen this item balled up, and I was like, is that a spider playing dead trying to get me? And I lifted up real quick, and I end up hitting my mouth on the shelving unit I have in my kitchen, which I love, but I didn't love that at that moment. And so that turned me all off. I didn't make my tea. I actually ended up picking up a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts after I picked up finished shopping for that customer. And as I was, sorry about that. I got another order. It's a double order. It's at IHOP, which they be having problems, y'all, but we're gonna see about it. We're gonna see what the dealio is, and after this order, I won't have to do anything else. So back to the story. So when I went to go drink the coffee, I felt this burning sensation. And I was like, did I drink it too soon? And then it was like, but I was like, it's not my tongue, it's my freaking lip. So I looked in the mirror, and lo and behold, my lip was busted. So I have like a little mark. I don't know if you can tell, you probably can, but now I got booty lip because it like left an indentation. So yeah, so no one hit me. I'm clumsy. I am the clumsiest person. That's why I'm like, why y'all be ordering these drinks? Do y'all know I can barely get my drinks home? That's why that's the only thing I do on the ride home from a fast food joint. Drink whatever I order. Because lo and behold, that ain't going to make it to my house. It ain't going to make it. So I'll go ahead and drink the shake. I drink the pop. I just do it. So, so I just be at y'all should see how I be driving with these drinks. I be like all on my steering wheel, going slow. I come to a complete halt to make a right turn, to make a left turn. I know the car's behind me like, lady, if you don't turn this wrong. I'm like, I can't. I got these people drinking here. I believe this is my turn. It's not telling me because I'm on the phone, but yeah, I do need to turn here. But yeah. So yeah, so that's the story. So y'all don't gotta call the police and report nothing. It was all me. I am not that far from the ground, but I am the clumsiest person. I am the clumsiest person. So yeah, so that's all I want to do is check in. Next time you will see me will definitely be to tell you what I made for the week. Peace out. What have I earned for the week? In order to figure that out, I always break it down per platform and give you the earnings for each one. So let's start with Grubhub, which was my lowest earner, and that was $32.77. The delivery pay was $15.92. The tips were $16.85. That consisted of 2 orders, one on December 10th and one on December 12th. The order on December 12th, when I arrived at the restaurant, they actually had to close up their dining area. So we couldn't go in, so I had to go in the drive-through, and therefore I had to contact Grubhub to let them know that the delivery time is going to have to be extended because I have to wait in this long line. And I contacted the customer, let them know that they closed the dining, I have to wait in the drive-thru, and there was no response. So I guess he wasn't all bent out of shape that his food wasn't going to arrive when initially the Grubhub told him to. The next platform I worked in was Uber Eats, and I earned $52.98. The net fare was $36.22. Promotions was $4.28, and the tip portion was $12.48 for the total of the $52.98. I'm not going to break that down because when you break it down, it shows the customer's information. What I am going to say is, for me, the plus this week was I was able to do these 2 Uber Eats today, and they were back to back, and they were high earning ones in my area where I didn't feel like I had to do multiple ones, especially when I was trying to get everything done by a certain time. Another thing is that I watched the last video of Gig Life. He is here on YouTube as well. Check his channel out because he has a lot of helpful information, especially if you do Uber Eats. And one thing I had noticed is that there was a shield when you actually are delivering. I never knew what that shield was for up until he said this is a way where you can add, like, share your ride. What I have been doing in the past is opening up my Google Maps and then share my ride that way. So I'll be hearing 2 voices in my ear, which that was one too many people I'm hearing in my head anyway, as I was riding, and that was a way for my family to know where I was at. So I'm glad that he showed that feature, and I should have gone through and tapped on these different options, but I'd be so nervous to tap on anything. I'm like, oh, is that going to cause confusion or so? But I'm glad he gave that tip because I was able to add the people that I want to share my ride, and it's programmed, so each time you hit the shield, it already knows where you want to send your rides to. The next platform that I earned money in was in Shipt, and it was $87.65. That was for 5 orders. The order pay and promo was $65.08, and the tips this week was $22.57. So the shop and delivery I did on Thursday, it was a promo. It was sitting at between $10 $13. When it was time to, when I completed this order, it showed that the order pay was $9.35 and it didn't show any promo pay like the second one. So I was going to go ahead and call to, or well, you have to email I think it's like a Shipt pay or something like that. Shipt, I don't know who they are, but you have to email them when you have pay discrepancy. The chat can't help you. Well, I knew that I wouldn't be able to do that until I got home because I was driving. And in the midst of that, the customer has sent a tip. So I decided, you know what? The most that they were going to pay for this order was going to be $10 anyway. So I'll let them have their little 65 cents. But my advice to new Shipt shoppers is to screenshot the available orders before you claim them. So if you run into that issue, you can provide them proof, because they always want to see proof. Like, why I got to prove to you what it said when you know what it said, but it's not this, is that. Just keep it moving. All right. So the next platform I earned money in was in Instacart, and that was $91.70. So the Instacart payment was $45.58. The tips total is going to be $46.12. As you can see, we have the tips and the pending tips, and that's only because I'm recording this before the delivery window from yesterday, and you have to wait 24 hours before it goes from pending to the tip section, and then the customer actually has a certain amount of days to actually make those adjustments. But I haven't had any issues with making adjustments. Additionally, customers in Shipt and in Instacart, they tipped in the app but also provided me cash tips, and I do not account for cash tips when in my totals, because I use that right there, or I use the tips to tip when I'm out. So with that being said, what have I earned for the week? My total earnings is $265.10. I'm so happy that I was able to meet my goal of $250 and exceed it, simply because I plan better this time than last week. If you're new to my channel and you would love to be part of my village, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my current subscribers, thank you for your support. Please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.